What's going on, everybody? As always, we are back with another very special guest. Today, we got a good guest I've been wanting to talk to for a minute now. Dre, One-Eyed Dragon, Millie. How you doing, brother?
I doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, man. Like we were just talking about, bro, before I got it rolling, we were talking about some training, just kind of life, what all we got going on. Do you have anything coming up, bro? You said you were training, you're injury free. Do you have a fight or anything coming up, Dre?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing going on. It's all crickets over here. No one really wants to do anything with me right now, so we're at a standstill.
Did you fight last week?
I did not. Nope.
I thought,
Mm-mm.
when was your last fight? Was it in June?
Yeah, it was like last year in June.
No way, bro. I thought you fought recently. Maybe it's just a video, an old video, and I just
No,
was like, oh, this dude's active now.
I was supposed to fight in was it April? I was supposed to fight in April.
Hmm.
That got canned. I was supposed to fight uh earlier, like November, December, something like that.
Yeah,
That got canned, and yeah, it's all silliness, man. I just don't understand why people just don't do what you're supposed to do and
bro,
do
bro.
the damn thing.
I feel you completely, bro. So I'm 4-2. I was 4-1. I lost a couple months ago. I'm 4-2 now. And bro, before then, I was in the same spot as you. I was training for 8 months and had two different fights planned out. Both fell through. And then it sucks telling your friends and your family that. And then they're looking at you like, well, what happened? And you're like, brother, I promise you, I didn't do this on purpose. It sucks. I'm
Hmm.
3 weeks out. Because I've had, bro, what was the closest you've been to a fight and then it not happen?
Oh, I've got to weigh-ins.
No, Dre, don't say that, bro. When was
Yeah,
this?
the fight I was supposed to have in April, we already got to weigh-ins, and the guy missed weight, and there's a miscommunication of contracts. He got different contract than I got. The money wasn't right. The promoter was trying to make it right, but the commission was like, "No, this is totally legal." So we were like, "Nah, bump this. We're not doing this." And I came in on weight. I
What
came
promotion was
in
it?
on championship weight. So,
135?
hmm
What promotion was it? Was it Showtime?
yeah, it was Anthony Pettis' show.
Yeah.
So they
I'm
did their part,
Dre,
man. They tried their damnedest to fix it, but it just wasn't going.
bro. I fucking hate hearing that, bro. I want to get more into you a little bit too, bro. If you don't mind me asking some questions about you, Dre.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead.
man, how old are you starting off? Are you 33?
Yeah, I'm 33.
33? When did you get started in MMA, bro? How old were you?
I was roughly around 19, but I
19?
just turned 19. Yeah,
Where were you? Were you in Houston or Tennessee?
I was in Tennessee. I lived in Texas from like the age of 4 to like 14.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then I moved up here and then played football for a little bit, did different sports. I had the car wreck and that caused me not to play football anymore. And then I found the gym. But yeah, I started training. When I was like 19.
What
So
gym was it
I
at you started training?
same gym I'm at now,
What is it called?
Knoxville Martial Arts Academy.
Shout out Knoxville, Martial Art Academy. What made
Mhm.
you pick Knoxville? Or did your family pick it?
Well, I was already close to it. So the town that I was living in was like maybe 40 minutes away. And I was
Hmm.
like, I can make that drive. That's not an issue. So that's what I did. At that time, the gym was it was in 20 minutes from my house, 20, 30 minutes away from my house. So it was a lot easier drive. And so I was going to do it. I was young and, trying to find my way. So that's exactly what happened.
Bro, I'm doing the same shit, bro. The gym I drive to now, it's in Houston. I just left from Houston a little bit, like a couple months back. So I'm driving like an hour, sometimes an hour 30, bro, to the gym and 2 hours back, depending on the traffic, bro. And
Yeah.
bro, when I tell people this, they're like, you're crazy as hell, bro. There's 7 gyms within a 10-mile radius of you. But bro, it's like you said earlier, like when you said you were training, everyone's training smart, no injuries, everything's going the way it needs to go. Bro, when you find a gym like that, bro, you don't want to dip on that. Just drive so you can drive 20 minutes closer to a bullshit gym, bro.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you put time in with everybody and literally grown up with everybody. So you're like, nah, this is like my family. I'm not gonna leave them and go to somewhere else and hope that they're gonna give a shit about me when I already have people that already give a shit about me. So
Do you
no,
coach over
definitely.
there too?
Mm-hmm.
What age group do
Yeah.
you coach?
I teach kids classes, jiu-jitsu classes and MMA classes. So anywhere from like the age of like 6 to 70. So
Dre, I don't know how you teach them kids classes, bro. I have no fucking idea how you do that.
kids class is actually pretty fun. It's actually
Everyone
pretty
tells
good.
me that too.
Yeah, it's if you can get them to play games and disguise it as learning new skills, it gets easier. And if you get the kids invested into learning it, because they already look up to fighters as it is, they think fighting is awesome. So,
Yeah.
because they're never going to fight, they're just going to do it for fun. If you make it fun and you become like their best friend, them kids, they do whatever they'll make it easy for you. So, we've been blessed to have good kids and have a good community to where we can help the community help raise the kids because it takes a village. It definitely takes
It
a
really
village.
does, bro. And then they look up to y'all, bro, like basically a father too at the end of it. It's kind of crazy. Did you
Mhm.
did you start out at 135 when you started fighting?
I actually fought for a while there at 125.
Dre, what? How
Yeah,
tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Dre, how the fuck you making 125?
I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was easy. I did not say it was easy.
Bro, because
Yeah,
that's right now I'm the same height as you, 5'9", but I fight at 170. And bro, I'm too small for those motherfuckers, bro. Uh
yeah,
I found out my second first fight, it's amateurs, bro. So it's just they'll give you whatever, bro. And these dudes aren't even walking around at 170. And
uh-huh,
my second fight, bro, I fought a dude that was 6 foot, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. He was built like Jalen Turner too, bro. And I definitely found out that I should not be in 170. So
yeah,
I started out 101, bro, but I've just been rocking with 170 since because I cannot make 155. So bro, nothing but respect to going down to that weight class, bro.
yeah. I did it, and then like I had a pro fight, and luckily, thank God I won. But then like I remember making the weight like. And I just looked at my coach. I was like, I can't make 25 again. He was like, yeah, there's no way you're gonna make 25 again. Because at that time I was putting on muscle and I was growing and stuff like that. I was like, there's no
Hmm.
way. I was like, there's no way I can make 25 again. So now it's 35, and mind you, I walk around every bit of like 157, 158. That's if I'm taking it easy training and not hitting it hard, but
Not a bad
mostly I'm
cut.
fine. No, it's
It-
not bad for
The
20 because
35.
25 is hell, but 35 is
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, bro. Because then you could take a short notice, like they call you up like a month from now. They're like, "Hey, dog, we need you July 28th." It's like, all
Hmm.
right, say less. Let's get it popping.
Yeah. So,
So, so Dre, let me ask you this too, bro. When you started MMA, did you already have one eye?
yep.
Do you mind me asking what happened to it, bro?
Yeah. Like I said earlier, like I had a car wreck. So it was
Yeah,
me, friend of mine, well, a former friend of mine. We won't talk to each other no more.
yeah,
He was driving. My little cousin was in the back, and my friend's brother was in the back seat. So he took a curvy road back in my hometown, and you don't take that road lightly. Everybody knows that you never take it lightly, but we're
yeah,
17-year-old kids, don't know no better.
yeah,
So he's swerving, driving fast, and so on and so forth. He slides off the road, and he swerves into the tree. The only reason why I got cut is because the two people in the back seat were flying towards the windshield.
mm,
And when they were flying towards the windshield, I would reach back to catch them with my left arm and slam them back. And then as soon as I like turned back towards the dash, my face hit the dash and it cut my eye. One of the vents, the air conditioner vents, they like cut my eye from back to front. And they said like it was what they say, like a half a millimeter or a millimeter away from like killing me. So it was crazy.
bro. I don't want to talk too much to that, bro, because I know it's probably not a fun thing to talk about, bro. That's fucking wild, bro. That is fucking crazy. The fact that you even had the whereabout and the thought to be like, well, let me put my arm out here to extend to catch them. And then also, like, when that had to happen, bro, do you remember like what it felt like or what was going on in that moment, like once the wreck happened? Like, did you know
So
like that just fucked up my eye over here?
yeah, so I didn't realize how bad it was. I just thought like maybe like I busted my face or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So I do remember like getting pulled out of the car by my former friend and my cousin.
yeah.
My cousin's freaking out. I think he's around like 8. He's around like 9 or 10 at this age, and he's freaking out. You
Oh
know.
fuck, dude.
So they're freaking out, pulls me out. I drop out the car, and then they're like, "Is he dead?" It's like, "No, he's not dead." And I'm talking to them. I'm like, "I'm fine. Just don't call anybody. Will be okay." Because I'm thinking something mild, right?
Yeah,
I remember trying to push myself off the ground, like trying to make myself get up, and I just couldn't. Like
yeah,
my body was just done. So yeah, it was that was I remember doing that, and I remember not telling them to tell anybody. And next thing you know, I'm in the back of an ambulance with one of my football coaches at the time. He was back there. I was like, "Oh shit, now I'm in trouble," because that's essentially what I was.
yeah.
I was like, "No, I got to answer for this
I'm
now."
running
So
gassers for this shit.
yeah, well, we was out of football. Like I was on the. We were just getting ready to graduate.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were
So
a
this is my
senior.
senior year. Yeah, this is my
Okay.
senior year. So
Okay.
football season was already over.
Yeah.
You getting ready to go to college and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, I hope I ain't fucking up anything. Cause they was worried. Like
Yeah.
anytime someone has that look on their face, like, oh, it must be bad. So
So, not to like kind of go over that too fast, bro, but like, what was the recovery like after that? Like the next day, like when you got to the hospital, obviously, like what did they like have to do?
there was a lot of surgeries. I remember
Yeah.
at least 2 of them. They
Yeah.
had one where they had to sew my eye back up. So they had to put me under for that. Uh and then there was another one that happened, they had to fix all this right here because all
Right.
this was just like broken, like it was just broken pieces. So
Oh,
like, dude, I think they said they glued it together or they did something together.
fuck no, dude.
Yeah, and then yeah, that was the 2 surgeries I remember. The third surgery was supposed to happen. They was like, we were gonna make it towards a prosthesis, and I was like, I do not want to go back under again because I
No.
had so much morphine in my body, like I could taste it. Like that's how they
Oh
pumped.
my God, man.
So I'm 17 at this time,
Yeah.
and the world, all this is happening. And then my mom, she flew in from Texas to come up and see me and stuff like that because she freaked out.
Yeah.
Uh, she was with me at the hospital, and they told me that, like, yeah, your son's never going to see again. Like
Yeah.
he'll be forever blind in his left eye. At that point, I hit depression hard, hard. I hit depression really hard. For at least about 3 4 months. Because then again, I'm still in school at this time. I'm still in high
Yeah,
school.
man.
Still gotta walk across the, get your diploma and everything.
Yeah.
I remember being in like the house and everyone to come out. Didn't want to do anything. I just gave up on everything. I was secluded myself. I sat in the dark. I cried. I didn't want to see anybody. Uh, I didn't start venturing out until like I had a certain amount of friends come over. 2 or 3 of my friends are really close by to this day. They were coming by checking on me. My grandfather is the one actually pushing me to get out the house. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, son, you need to get out." I was like, "This isn't," because he's known me since I was a baby. He was like, "You've never been someone to sit still. You're always going out and doing something. Even in the
Mm-hmm.
house, you're still doing something."
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't like that. They pushed me out, and I started getting out and playing sports again, trying to get my vision and depth perception back and shit like, and that shit was hard because there's not a therapy for that. There's not.
Bro, can I talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
How did you adjust to that, bro? Because I hear Michael Bisping talk about it. I hear the Bullet that fought a couple weeks ago in the UFC. I don't know his full name. I just know the nickname. I can't pronounce it for shit. Uh,
Mhm.
when they talk about like, and he's a striker. He's throwing crazy kicks. He's not just doing takedowns. Michael Bisping, same shit, bro. Put pace on motherfuckers. And I just have no idea, bro, how y'all do that. Like I physically, mentally can't even wrap my fucking head around it, bro. How you what are some things you did to kind of get used to that depth perception and just seeing just out of one eye, bro?
Well, I don't know what they did because when I watch Sarah Putin fight, it's very chaotic
Very
and
chaotic.
it's very like I have no idea what I'm throwing. I'm just gonna throw it and it's gonna land.
Yeah.
Bisbing is the same way, but Bisbing was like that. He didn't start his career fighting one eye. He
Yep.
it happened at the end of his career. So
Yep.
3 or 4 fights, it is hard to overcome such short span, but at the same time, it's a little bit easier.
That's a good point.
Uh, Whenever I did it, when I was doing it, my coach, Eric Turner, he really made me focus on. He's like, you are not going to be able to key in on certain things like everybody else is. So you have to adapt to it. You have to learn how to adapt, and I'm gonna show you a way of doing it. I'm gonna teach you how to use that weakness into, a strong to a strength, because be
Yeah.
truth be told, anybody that fights you is gonna circle to that side. And I was
Yeah.
like, it's a good point. So he had me work on things and still have me work on stuff now to where I can flirt with danger, but necessarily I won't necessarily get hit, but I can see everything coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's cool in the same way because you feel like superhero, but then like you're like, damn, this is almost cheating because like you're almost baiting that person. Like, yeah, come on over here, and then you hit them with something. So he developed a whole system, and then even now, the system that he has implemented for other people tied in with my stuff. So then, I could use that, and I use that a lot now for my own games. Like, oh, this is easy. This is like cheating. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. See, but he had me do that. In the beginning, he had me work on punching, and like I had to work on target hitting and stuff like that. So he's done it all for me. He's done it all.
Dude, because I've watched some of your videos, bro. You're still throwing flying knees. You're throwing head kicks, bro. You're throwing left and right punches. They're both connecting. So, like, how did you get, like, from so when the injury happens, you go through the
Mhm.
depression. How did you start your first fight? Like, what, like, walk me through that, bro. Because that's the part. Like, for now, you've had about 16 fights, 17 fights. It's kind of, you're kind of figured out a way out. But, dude, how did you
Um,
go from that depression, sitting at the house, not want to do nothing, to being like, I'm gonna try this MMA shit out?
well, I never wanted to be an actual fighter. I just wanted to get back in shape and
Yeah.
do something to, get my confidence back. Well, and to this day, he was my best friend, and he was the best man at my wedding.
Sweet.
My friend James, like he was getting ready for a
Shout
fight,
out
and
James.
yeah, so like we I would come in, it would always be me and him because we're the same size. It makes sense. And we would
Mhm.
always, I would give him, good looks and stuff, but he'd beat the brakes off me. Like even to this day, he beats the brakes off me. We're the same weight class, same everything. We know each other's game, but like he just beats the brakes off of me by like pure technique. So I'm helping him get ready for his title fight. He's still an amateur at this point.
Yeah.
And, we're doing like a Shark Tank or like a gauntlet type thing, and it's
Yeah.
me and another person, and we're going in there, and he's like, coach is like, all I want you to do is go in there and take the dude down. That's all I want you to do. Don't do nothing, like keep it that way. I was like, okay, we're doing that, mixing it up, and he's been watching me for, I think I have been what, 6 to 7 months in training now,
Hmm.
and he was like, hey, would you want to fight? I was like, I could try. I think about it. It's like growing up, you always was told to fight to defend yourself, never to like go out there and make money.
Hmm.
So growing up, you were always fighting. Like I was always fighting. People was messing with me. Sometimes you fight your family members. This is what it is.
Oh yeah. And at
So
this
I was like,
point, you
yeah,
just been
sure.
training. You ain't even been thinking about a fight. You're just sparring at the gym, getting used to takedowns, getting used to like how does this look when I'm hitting the pads, sparring.
Mhm. Yeah, and even to like this day, I'm like a sponge. Like I like to soak things up. I like watching things.
Yeah.
Um, I don't necessarily. I'll ask a question if I cannot figure it out, but then like every now and again I can watch and look at little bitty things, which is kind of weird because like having one eye, you should probably look at it a different way. It's like I look at little bitty things and see what makes it tick, and then
Yeah.
see what I take away from it because that's what it is. Like I can't see the overall picture, but I can only look and focus on certain things at a time.
Hmm.
But yeah, when I got to that point, he was asking me about fight. Like again, this is the wild west of MMA. So back then you
What
learn a
year is
technique
this?
from each style. So you would learn a striking technique, you would learn a wrestling technique and a jiu-jitsu technique. And depending on what day it was, it would be heavy on one day, heavy on the other, but you would learn all three. And then we'd spar. And that's all we did. We sparred every day. And it wasn't like, point sparring. It was like is going hard. Like this is
Yeah.
like you're dropping people, noses are
Yeah.
getting bloodied, and
Shh.
um,
Bro, you're giving me flashbacks.
yeah. So I remember when we began sparring, right? Vince before he got to UFC, you had to spar with him, and then there was a couple of more people that was there. You had to spar with him, and then we got Hoffy, who was in the UFC, and you had to spar hard with him, and then you had to spar hard with Coach Eric, and you had to spar hard with all the up and comers. It was like, oh my god! But then you get in
Man,
there, and then area pros and the people who thought they were top dog, they would come in like, let's mix it up, and then you would just be like, well, this is not fun anymore because you're not giving me much of a challenge. So yeah, it was back in Wild West days of those. That's all you did was you spar hard, and then you fight, and then that's it.
do you remember what year you started? Like that year the coach asked you, man, you want your first fight?
2010.
Damn, so early, bro. The UFC
Mm-hmm.
ain't even like for casuals around this point yet. If you know the UFC, you're pretty hardcore into it around this time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even crazier, bro, why you wanted to start. Because there's no money back then.
Mm-hmm. So
So
yeah, roughly 2000 was 2010. Yeah, because I think my child was born into. Yeah, he was born in 2010. My oldest was born in 2010, and that's why I was like, okay, I gotta do something. And I
yeah.
had my first fight in October of 2010, and he was born in September. So.
How'd the fight go? The first
Oh, I
fight?
won. I won. Took the kid down and TKO'd him. So
What was the feeling like after that, bro? Was it like this is the move from now, this is it?
it was like it was like a roller coaster. Like you get out there, you can do it, and then you're like, oh shit, I want to do that again. And then
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
Drake,
exactly what it was.
Drake, 'cause I don't know about you, bro, but when I'm in the back, bro, I'm trying everything I can to get the fuck out of there. Bro, I'll be saying my stomach hurting, bro. I'll be like, ah, man, my shit's, I'm just not, this just ain't gonna happen tonight, guys. And they're like, bro, get the fuck out of here with that ain't gonna happen tonight shit. What are you feeling in the back, bro, for your first fight? Because I was panicking, bro, panicking.
My first fight,
Yeah.
I was probably like, I was probably nervous. I was excited. Like I remember my legs quit shaking. Like
Yes.
I was like,
Yes.
oh. And then you get the nervous thing, it hits the pit in your stomach, and then you ask those questions like, man, do I really want to do this? Well, shit, this is gonna hurt. Well, what if this happens? What if this happens? And then
Yup.
before you know it, they're calling your name and you have to walk. And then afterwards, the door clinks, and you're like, oh, okay, now
Fuck.
it's time.
Fuck, bro. It's just, well, I remember when the referee looks at you, are you ready? Are you ready? You just want to be like, I don't think so, bro. You gotta be like, I fucking guess we here. I can't leave now, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Do you remember your first loss? Like how long after that until you lost? So you were 1-0.
I think it was my second fight.
So I did the same, bro, Dre. We did the same shit. I started out 1-0. I said I might be Conor McGregor. I might be that guy. And then second fight, I was like, I might not ever do this shit again. I just got my ass whooped.
Yeah. Second fight, I was ragdolling this dude, picking him up and slamming him and stuff like that.
Not me.
You know, if I was probably wiser back then and didn't feel off of like pure adrenaline, and think I was hot shit, I could have been okay. But I got
Yeah.
head kicked and that knocked me out. So like then Tennessee was like, "Oh, you got one eye. That was scary. We don't want you to do that again." So they banned me from fighting in Tennessee. So and I was like, "Oh,
Damn,
I still want
man.
to fight, but I don't like being told no. I don't like being denied." So
Yeah.
what happened was is that they did that, and I was like, "Shit." And my coach was like, "We're gonna find you more fights. We're gonna keep this thing going." Blah blah. And then next thing you know, I had like a series of unsanctioned fights, like going up to Virginia, fighting in front of like actual commission people, but like they can't do anything. But
Yeah.
like going through there and fighting people in hotel lobbies,
Dog.
fighting in a bar. I
Dog.
fought on a lot of places, and then you know it did a lot. I really did. I did a lot of unsanctioned fights until like Tennessee was like they changed their people. My coach got involved with everybody with their stuff, and it was like, listen, this guy is capable of doing things. We actually went to South Carolina to see the fight doctors down there because they were eye specialists. Like, I had to actually go see an eye specialist to be
Yeah.
like that, and I actually had to spar in front of him, in front of them, and be like, show them that I can handle
No
myself.
way, bro.
And then at this time, the gym that we went to, it had Justin Scoggins in there. It had Jared Scoggins. It had Jared Brooks.
Yeah.
Um, had a few other people who came to the UFC after that. But yeah, I remember the person that I had to spar against, right, was Jared Scoggins to like for the commission for like the commission for the eye doctors to watch. It
Yeah.
was just me and Jared Scoggins just going at it, sparring with each other, all kinds of shit. So it was wild. It was a wild time.
Probably better because they could see that like you were able to defend yourself too. Like if you just would have wiped his ass down with it, they just would have been like, all right, well, you didn't even
Hmm.
get hit back. We didn't know how you reacted to getting shots.
Yeah. So he was throwing, I was throwing, but we were at least 2 or 3 rounds in before me and him got to spar, and then they was like, "All right, we're gonna watch that," because my coach was like, "Okay, you're gonna go with this person. Now they're gonna be watching you now. So now you're warmed up." Blah blah blah. It's like okay, and we did the thing, and then next thing you know, they're like, "All right, we're signing off on this kid." It's like, then next thing you know, Tennessee was like, "Okay, here's your license," because it's just filling out paperwork and showing that
Damn.
you're showing that you are able to do it, and then the doctor signed off on it, and they did. And next thing you know, we just start steamrolling pro fights at that point.
Shout out your coach, bro. That's what's
Hmm.
up, bro. For him to be able to keep that shit going, keep pushing. Y'all flew to South Carolina to make that shit happen. Like that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, we all drove down there because South Carolina from Tennessee is like 6 to 8 hours, depending on
Yeah.
traffic. So the whole team just went down there, and we just like, all right, we're just gonna do just so we're gonna go down there and just spar. We're gonna go cross training session in. And that's all the team did. Everybody went down there. It was awesome. So.
Shit, bro. 6 to 8 hours. You don't even leave Texas. Um,
No, I know. Oh, I know. I know. I went down there. When did we go down there? I think we went down there for Christmas. Me and my wife did to
yeah.
see my mom and them. And I was like, "Where are we at?" Because I only remember a certain bit of it. And Texas
Yeah.
has grown, especially Houston. Houston's grown so much now. I was like,
Man,
I have
dude.
no idea where I'm at. My mom was
That's
like,
why I had to get
"Do
out.
yeah." My mom was like, "Do you know where you're at now?" I was like, "No, I don't. I don't recognize any of this." And then she was like, she took me to like my old stomping grounds, like where we all used to live. I was like, oh, okay. I remember where all this is now. I know where I'm at.
So this is the last question, bro, about your Audrey. I don't want to keep talking about it. I'm so sorry for the fucking questions about it, man.
You're
Um,
good.
when you can, because like Michael Bisping says, he can see out of it, but it's like looking through like a straw. The bullet says he can't see anything out of it. Do you have any type of vision out of yours?
I can't see out of it, but I can like see there's light hitting my eye.
That makes
That makes,
sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
but yeah, yeah, I can't see anything out of it.
Bro, nothing but respect though, bro. For you to have 17 fights like that, bro, and everyone knowing about it, every single opponent you fight knows, training like that, you just gotta make sure. Like I couldn't imagine training like that, bro. Like the injuries that I go through, bro. Like I couldn't imagine having to try to avoid all that too, and then make it to the fight and then get through the fight.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of battles that I deal with coming to the fight
Yeah,
with the
man.
commission and stuff like that, and getting to the fight. I actually had a fight. Was it a couple years ago where I got cut over both of my eyes.
Ah,
And the ref was like,
ah,
I'm gonna keep going because it's not a bad spot. And I was like, it's all good. It's like, and I'm talking the entire fight. It's like, I'm fine. I'll fight him blindfolded. I don't care.
yeah.
So they was like, shit. Cause that was a scary moment. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna call the fight because of this cut over my eye. And they didn't. They just kept it going.
Because we
So
built different, Dre. We built fucking different, son. Uh,
that's right.
who was your favorite fighters, bro, before you got started in MMA too?
Before I used to
Before you got
like
started.
before I started,
If you
probably
came up different times.
Rampage. So like
Rampage?
Rampage, and yeah, I love watching Rampage. Love watching Dan Henderson because I was big into Pride. I didn't really care too much for
These kids don't
UFC.
know. These kids don't know,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, because they were like, "Oh, this is it." Like, nah, their Pride days. This is where the killers came from.
The
So all the
killer.
champions that everybody sees, those are the descendants from the Pride people. They're
The axe
from the Pride.
murderers, son.
Yeah. So I was like, oof. I was like, mm. So I watched that. I watched a little bit of UFC, but they were all about Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz. I was like,
Yeah.
and Randy Couture. I love Randy, but at the same time, I wasn't a Randy fan. Uh, I love Kevin Randleman though. That was my dude because he used to
Dog,
just
bro. What a dog.
lift people up and just destroy them. I was like, good God, it should be illegal to do stuff like that.
Dre, I got about 10 minutes left with you, bro. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I also want to get into did you fight for Bellator?
I did not, unfortunately. I'm still waiting on a fight from them. I still have a 2 fight deal to the best of my knowledge. Um, I guess what happened there is they just fumbled paperwork. It was already signed and everything. Everything was done deal, but some commission person misread it and it caused a whole debacle. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
Do
they
you
said they honor it, so we're still waiting.
do you have another like do you work right now? Like is there like another job you have while training too?
Right now, with summertime, I'm usually substituting at schools. I'm coaching at the gym I teach,
Yeah.
and I'm also coaching high school wrestling too.
Oh, that's what's
So
up, bro.
yeah, so I'm one of the assistant coaches there. So I try to stay busy. On top of that, doing like personal clients and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you remember when you went pro?
Let's see. I could probably put my topology, but I'm gonna guess around like 2014, 2015, something like that.
Do you start getting paid as soon as you go pro?
You get like a baseline pay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
okay, that
depends on
makes
the
sense.
promoter. Like I think my first pro fight, I made like $200. But like at that point, I didn't care because the fact that like I
Yeah.
got the fight as a pro with one eye is
Yeah,
more
bro.
emphatic.
That's
But
badass.
yeah, yeah, you don't make a lot of money as a pro. It's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like growing as a fighter, you really got to put yourself out there. Like you really got
Crazy.
to network to create your brand and stuff like that. It makes it hard for people.
Bro, I'm not getting paid shit. I'm not getting paid a fucking dollar, son. Sometimes we go out to eat after, and I'm like, hey, can we fucking go somewhere a little cheaper? Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's it like living in Knoxville, bro?
It's not that bad. It's pretty busy. It's a pretty
Yeah.
busy day. Well, where we're at is pretty quiet. So, not too many people come out and do things. It's a lot of families around because my wife and my kids, we try to stay busy, but also we try to stay chill at the same time.
Where did you get your style from, bro? Because you don't fight like a guy that has one eye, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I watched some of your videos before we got on here. I was like, God damn, little Dre Sean O'Malley over here. I'm gonna take it easy.
That's another thing to my coaches and teammates. Like that's how it is. You work on your stuff and you find out what you like and you make it work for you. And that's exactly what our coach has done. He's done a great job of making us our own fighters. So it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. You find out what you like and you go from there.
And then I got two questions right here, bro, from the MMA homies page right here. This is from Vinny. Vinny wants to know what is your favorite walkout song you ever walked out to?
Ooh, that's tough.
That's a tough
I
one.
can't I can't say that because my favorite walkout song was gonna be the one I was gonna walk out to in April when I was supposed to fight Kosovo. It was gonna be Return of the Mac. I was gonna walk out to that.
Damn, that would have been
But
clean.
But if yeah, but if I had to pick, it was probably because of the whole atmosphere is when I fought Jesse Bozzi in Detroit. I walked out to Guns Go Bang by Kid Cudi,
That's hard. That's
and
hard.
it was
That's
a
hard.
hard
That's
song
hard.
because when the way we walked through the it was a club venue, so we walked out and it was like a long draw down. And the
Yeah.
beginning of the song starts really slow and then it speeds up. And I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." And then
Yeah,
the night
bro.
before, yeah, the night before I watched that movie. I've been watching that movie, and I was watching it with my teammate. He was like, "Yeah, bro, you got to walk out to that song." He's like, that song's definitely you." So,
Because by the time you get to the inspection area, that hoe's bumping, bro. You're vibed up at
mm-hmm,
that point.
mm-hmm.
I got another
Oh, yeah.
question. I got another question here from Dale, bro. It's kind of weird, but if you could fight any UFC fighter at 135 right now, who would you fight?
Any,
Any
well,
135 pounder in the UFC. Anybody. I'd like to see
I
you versus Raul. Fuck the bullshit.
Rostis.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to do that. That'd be a fun little fight. Cause yeah, he seems fun, but at the same time, he's kind of like
Yeah.
I would like to. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of
So
hard.
I'm gonna give you three
I
right
was
off the
gonna say,
top
give
of
me
my
a
head.
couple.
I would like to fight. I don't know if Rapazzo is 35. I think he dropped down. But I say uh Garrett Armfield.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I actually reached out to him, was like, I'll fight you. And he was
That's
like,
a
hey,
great fight, bro.
yeah. He was like, tell your manager's like, I ain't got no control of that. It's like I put it out there. I'll say what I want, but you gotta make that call too. So but people don't do that. Brady Heiston, I don't know. I
That's
feel
a
like,
scrap too, dude. That's a scrap.
yeah, I watched their fight. I was like, I could definitely either I could hang in there and get a decision, or I can finish either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would love to fight. I would love to get a rematch with Jose Johnson again.
Y'all fought before?
Yeah,
How'd that go? Where was that at? What promotion?
it was for Valor. Me and him fought for when we went to decision. This was right after he got to right off the Contender Series, his first time.
No way,
Um,
bro.
and he after me, he was finishing everybody else, but he could not finish me at all. And
No
for
shit.
15, and for like the first round, I took the first round. The second round, he beat me. The third round, I took it because like I just wrestled him to the mat. Like anytime he
Mm-hmm.
got up, put him right back down, and
Mm-hmm.
was attacking him. And then I got, the judges are, they are blind to shit.
Blind as
So like,
shit.
yeah, I was like, I am. And then my coach was like, there is absolutely no way you wrestle somebody for 5 minutes straight. Like he didn't get out. That's the thing. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He didn't get out.
Yeah.
Like alone, he got up, boom, put him right back down. He was maybe standing up for like 2 seconds, put him right back
Mm.
down, put him right back down. And then I guess the dream matchup I would love to have is Dominic Cruz.
Hey, that's a fun ass fight, bro. That's a fun ass fucking fight, Trey. Bro, I appreciate your time so much, my man. You have fought in so many different promotions, bro. You fought in Valor Fights, X MMA, Rocket Combat, Showcase MMA, Motor City Cage Fights. Bro, you're the fucking man, Dre. I appreciate you, man, for hopping on for real, man. I'd love to have you on again. I feel like I didn't get too much into your life. I got 30 fucking more questions I want to ask you, bro. Uh, and again, man, I just appreciate you coming on, bro. Tell the people where they can find you at, Dre.
Well, appreciate you having me on, man. So anytime you want to do this again, just shoot me a message and I'll make it happen. Uh, really, you can find me on Instagram, Dre Miley, MMA 135. Um, Facebook, you just type in my name, Dre Miley, I'll pop up. Uh, and then see what else? Twitter, I guess it's Miley underscore Dre 135 or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember that one. That one's hard to remember. But yeah, I'm usually on there. But if you type in my name in the search bar, you'll find me. I'm not hard to find, literally. So, but yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Folks,
I try to
I'm my
post a
boy.
lot. Yeah, good. You're
I'm my
good.
boy, folks. We outside.
All right.